And that whole thing was muted, so I'm going to do it over again. Whoop, whoop, what's up, Bearcats? We're here, we're hanging, we're chilling. It is Wednesday. It's happy hump day to you, pal. And we're at one belt already with Kenny Omega. I think we see 10 tonight. We're here, we're hanging, we're chilling. The HMG fam in his house. Yeet, yeet. Hope you're all having a great week. Hope you're all having a great day. Always a pleasure getting to hang and chill with the HMG fam as we kind of get away from the world and just hang out and have some fun with some dumb, stupid wrestling bringing us together. Yeah, pal. Make sure you sign your NDA before you step in. Whoop, whoop. All right, while Kenny's making his entrance, I'm going to need some more of this chili and crackers from Steak and Shakes. It's so good, pal. Hey, yo, what's up, Todd? Good to see ya. Whoop, whoop, yeet, yeet. Hope you're having a good hump day, pal. Yo, what's up, Lab Rat? Yeah, get the buffer for Max, pal. Outside of that, hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. So yeah, this is one right here. I should say. You know, I can kind of justify these, as Tony Khan would say, these "you deserve it" chants, because I mean, yeah, this dude battled back from an illness that could have taken his life, and now he's like back in the game, and you know, and you know, been at the top of it, not been at the, like he came back and still performing at a high level. Yes, like, and he's getting getting his accolades. Yes, absolutely, he deserves it.
Dragging me back to that place, stand amongst the top of AEW, I wouldn't have this belt. I wouldn't be able to have this microphone and speak to you.
Hang on 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and go advertise on Facebook real quick. Sorry.
Come up with the eliminator tournament. I thought, gee, Tony, that's a great idea because I want whoever has this belt to legitimately call themselves the best on the planet. So you best believe I'm going to be paying close attention to who wins this belt. It doesn't matter what country you represent, what walk of life you represent. I want to face the best. So closely as you guys will be paying attention to this tournament, I will be watching even closer. And we're kicking things off tonight with a bang. So speaking of a bang, I must bid you all adieu. So goodbye, Fresno. Good night. The dangerous submission wizard from CMMO. Cesaro, the Beast Mortos, takes out the wild card entrant here tonight. Plus, this Saturday on Collision, featuring Shibata Ricochet, Martin Briscoe, Mark Davis, the winners of those matches, advancing Tony to Dynamite. Next Wednesday night, a four-way match for the winner of that match goes on to Dynasty to face Kenny Omega for the championship. I think it's very apparent that Kenny Omega is going to be a fighting champion. Sorry, Bob, that's okay. I think I'm lingering a little bit.
All right, we good? See, we're currently at one belt right now, the international title. Yeet. Get me the ops, pal. Once it was known Shane wasn't coming on board, they should have pulled the plug on the Death Riders right there. Right now, it's drag a dead body, trying to cross the finish line, and it's like, nah, dude, just end it right there. Yo, what it do, Gruss? Good to see you, man. Whoop, whoop. Hope you're having a good hump day, pal. Yeet. I already got Todd marked out for 7. Whoop, whoop. Viva la primera. Whoop, whoop.
collision. Almost as if he anticipated. He felt the movement and immediately the sleeper. Doesn't take the ball with that sleeper.
Yeah, man, that's pretty sweet last night. At least they're doing a good job, like, in my opinion, establishing the Ops as a unit. They're not having these long-ass matches. They're basically having these enhancement matches where they're showing their unity, showing their moves, and getting their shit over so that when it's time to, move up, the crowd's with it, pal. Yeah, I was a bit shocked that it went as short as it did. It's like, wait, it's going on now? It's only like 10 minutes left in the show. For the main event, I was kind of shocked it was that short.
That's why I entered Dynasty's International Championship Eliminator Tournament. Shabbat, I know who you are. I know everything about you. I know what you're capable of. And that is why I'm giving you the option. I'm doing you the favor and I'm giving you the option, Shabbat, to give up, to quit, to forfeit, to not show up.
And unfortunately, we will not be watching Collision this Saturday because of TNA Sacrifice being on Friday. We're going to watch that on Friday, and then Saturday do a SmackDown replay. You know what? That would actually be a logical wild card. I can't say I'm against that. I think he's trying to do like a Jeffrey Dahmer, Patrick Bateman, like, okay, I can go to this level of I can get psycho violent, which he's, shown with the scissors. Yeet.
St. Louis. And on April 6th, coming up in Philadelphia, for the second time.
Hey, remember we were making the jokes about how he should actually go full Patrick Bateman and then come out the hip to be square? Oh my, pal. What's up, Darkside? Good to see you. Whoop, whoop. Hope you're having a great hump day. Let's just say it got way better about 15 minutes ago when I started this thing up, and we able to start watching this and hang out together, pal. Good to see you. Whoop whoop. Commercial break, pal. So now they're setting up a potential edge swerve. God, I hope they don't do that, man. I hope they don't. Like, they need to pull the plug on Mox as soon as possible and swerve. He's over. Fans love him. He's in a good spot right now. He's the perfect guy to pass it off to while pulling that plug. Nice, pal. I ordered a commercial. I'm going to eat some more of this chili. My mind is telling me that's where it's going, but my delusional optimism is hoping for a swerve going over. Then my brain stepping in and going, nah, this is Tony Khan we're talking about here. Yeah, it is. It's been heating up a lot earlier this year. Yeah, it did drag on too long, but at the same time, though, man, I'll take Jarrett's run over TNA title run in TNA over this one over Mox's. So at least they did stuff with Jarrett. This is, it's just Mox. All right, I'm gonna go out and bleed. Oh yeah, I'm 100% with you guys on that. Monty Brown, they should have made him the man. In 05, he should have been the man. 05, 06, he should have been the guy. Alrighty, this guy's over. He's charismatic. The crowd loves him. Man, honestly, you know what? I think Christian Cage coming into TNA might have been what like derailed him. Because like as soon as he came in, that was like when they swerved with his character, and then he sided with Jarrett all of a sudden. Like, huh? At least that's what I remember. Let me go pull this Wikipedia page so I can make sure I'm doing this, right? Because this Moxie promo, it ain't doing nothing for me, man.
Just before him. There's a reason I'm the world's there are many differences between amateurs and professionals. One of which I never make the same. One we talked about that Fox versus both the street fight. A very, very respect for both men. Absolutely.
Yeah, that made absolutely no, like that was like that's when I first started watching TNA, was around that time, and I became a huge fan of Monty Brown. I'm like, okay, this is like, he's the guy. Maybe a little green, that's fine, work with that. You can work around that. But this is the guy. You need to run with him. But I really think, yeah, going back and looking at it, and yes, that was what did it. So he became the #1 contender at the 2005 Genesis pay-per-view by going over Jeff Hardy. So yeah, you're putting Monty Brown over Jeff Hardy, become the #1 contender to face Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World Title. That same night, you start a program with him and Christian. They start a program with Monty Brown and Cage that leads to Monty Brown putting his title shot on the line against Cage at Turning Point that he was under in. And then after that, he turns heel and realigns himself with Jeff Jarrett. Yeah, stupid. Absolutely stupid. Man, going back and looking at that, it looks like whether it was Jeff, Dixie, or whoever was there, or whoever was making the shot, calling the shots, or who made the call, Monty Brown was the original choice to go over Jarrett, and then Shiny New Toy Christian Cage comes in, and who knows, Christian Cage might have politicked his way in that spot. We don't know that. We weren't privy to those conversations. This is all speculation. We don't know. But all we do know is Monty Brown goes over Jeff Hardy to become the #1 contender. A month later, he drops that #1 contendership to Christian Cage. And then the next thing you know, Monty Brown's turning heel and back with Jeff Jarrett and pushed down the card. Those that we know are the facts. On the surface level, it certainly does. But we don't know the details. We don't know the conversations that happened. I could definitely see him at least signing off on it and saying, okay, let's go in this direction. Was it his original idea? That we don't know. Is it possible it was? Absolutely, because he could have seen Christian Cage as an out to not drop it to Monty Brown. Dude, you know what, man? Good for them. Good for them. If they're coming, like if they can get over their like if they're able to like overcome that and get back together, like, dude, why wouldn't you cheer that on, man? Man, that entire storyline was, man, that was, here's what made me be like, okay, I can understand why they're doing this. Because obviously Booker is going over the implied racist bigot and standing tall as the hero. Like, that's what you think is going to happen going into that. And then I remember like watching that finish being like, and then Triple H, you know, getting the win. I'm like, the fuck? Agreed. Back then, TNA was a pretty good alternative to WWE. Like, if you liked wrestling and you wanted to watch wrestling, but you didn't like WWE's product, I think TNA would have satisfied you. It's Rusev Day. I think my voice is starting to come back a little bit. You know what they need to do? Bring back if they're going to do that. If they're going to bring back Rusev and him and Lana are back together, have them appear on NXT, and then Aiden English shows up. Dude, they did a fantastic job of getting Raven over in TNA. At least the first couple of years. Like, you remember they, what was it? I think it was like April or May of 2003 when they were building to the Raven Jarrett match. Like, that was like the biggest draw, like biggest, like they had to, like, I think they had to turn away like 1,000 people who wanted to buy tickets to watch it live. Which honestly, one of TNA's in my opinion, one of TNA's biggest mistakes during those early days was during that match, they didn't call an audible and flip the belt to they should have flipped it to Raven and went from there. You could have had him as a babyface, like leading and like they had the ECW faction, like when they first started, it was like Just Incredible, Jerry Lynn, New Jack, Sandman. You could have had him leading that group saying, like, you know, we started a revolution and we're continuing it and taking it over in TNA. Yeah, needs to stop talking to Mark taxi cab drivers, pal. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. TNA used Raven way better than WWE did. Yeah, that yeah, I was kind of like, really, you couldn't get anybody else for that spot? You couldn't hit up Stevie Ray? You couldn't hit up Stevie Richards? You couldn't hit up Disco Inferno? Well, to be fair, the heel turn with Rude stabbing him in the back with the beer bottle made sense. The problem was when they blew it off at Lockdown, it was a bullshit, you know, technicality win with Robert Roode getting super kicked, and he, you know, and the super kick kicked him like a blew the door, and he landed outside and won by, you know, leaving the cage. Like, that should have been a knockdown, you know, bloody battle with James Storm coming out on top, and he's the new babyface champ. Yeah, like that, the cage match, the Lockdown 2012 cage match between James Storm and Robert Roode, wrong finish. Like, you'd been building to that for months. Should have been James Storm finally overcoming his backstabbing partner and getting the belt back. Yeah, I know. This match has become so bad. And I don't think you're going to hit 2,000K this week, but they're definitely on the trajectory. How you doing, Revamp? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop. Hope you're doing well, man. I know, dude. Yeah, not a good show. That's got to be like Electra Lopez under that mask. Good to see you too, man. Whoop, whoop. You know who I'd give that 3-time Booker to a Booker of the Year title to, and who I think actually is like one of the best bookers out there that nobody ever talks about? Fucking Conan. Yeah, during that like few days when Russo was in upstate New York checking out his Airbnb, that was when the Coach and Bro aired on Thursday, and JD from New York filled in. Yeah, this is such like a show, but no, it brings us together. We hang out, we make fun of it, and we have a good time. That's what matters, pal. Whoop whoop. And I think we are still at one belt. I'm sorry, one belt. Man, so much Clown Show Jones going on here, pal. Whoop whoop. No, absolutely nothing to like make you care this week. Dude, Gruss, I remember the Get My Go episode where JD New York was the subject, and he was so up Tony Khan's ass. And like he was like burying the shit out of Cody for going to WWE, just all over Tony Khan's nuts. Dude, Hobbs would be a great like Randy Orton, for Hurt Syndicate. Oh, give me what you meant. Yeah, then take it with fun of the belt count. Looks like we got a hard buffer here. Shit. All right, we back. Yeah, she really should have. She'd done better over there. Oh, there we go. We're good. We're back.
That's what I'm talking about. My boys, the Hurt Syndicate. Nobody works. Even talking about time off. They want to know.
Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, anytime I bump the camera cord, it's on 3 belts. That would be a good move for her, Todd. A very good move for her. Let her get some more seasoning. Let her get on WWE's radar. And with the the partnership with NXT, once she's ready to move over, she moves over to NXT. And there you go, pal. Agreed, Lab Rat. Yeah, that kind of sucks for her. She's in contract jail. The same one that Ray Phoenix and Ricky Starks were in for a little bit. All right, I got to reset this. We're buffering way too much. Which is no biggie, pal. Yeah, you got a big stay in that jail, pal. I just thought of something. Like when you mentioned the AEW contract jail, and that started made me think of Ray Phoenix. I just thought of something. Russo mentioned the what they're doing with Chad Gable is kind of like the Blue Blazer and Owen Hart and Jeff Jarrett. What if they're actually repeating that angle? Like the Jeff Jarrett, Owen Hart, they're switching back and forth the costume, but it's Chad Gable switching back and forth the mask with Ray Phoenix. Okay, so yeah, he took that. He got butthurt over that and started. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Four belts. Yeah, let's leave that part out. That didn't work out too well last time. Yeah, you know that kind of makes sense. Like once the timeline lines up on that. Yeet. Never heard of Bruce Blitz. Dude, Tony's one of the dude. She's so fucking good. Sounds good.
Like Tony Storm, so ladies, put your keys in the bowl and let's get this party started. Will be messy and will be sweaty, but it will always be He's priceless.
Definitely up there, pal. One of the few things to tune in for. It's an eyes wide shut party, pal. Yeet. All right, time to pack a bowl. You do a little smoky time a little bit. She's a good challenge. I think she'd be a good challenger for Tony. I don't think Megan should go over, but she'd be a good challenger. Yeet, yeet. Yeah, they could do that with Riho. Yeah, and it definitely seems like when it comes to the Hurt Syndicate. Like, they're not going to like they're kind of dictating to Tony what they're going to do. And Tony's definitely not going to step to them. It doesn't look good. Every time I've seen her hit that F5, it's looked bad. Mercedes phone A, pal. All right, bowl is packed. And it's waiting for him to come back from commercial. Whoop, whoop. Dude, they fucked up Camille so bad. How do you drop the ball with a Camille? It's Speedball Valley. Whoever called that, you nailed it. Hey, we all knew what was happening. You nailed it, man. Yep, you said it at the very beginning of the show tonight. Indeed, pal. Yeah, but who knows what's going on through Speedball's head and why he makes the decisions he makes. Because, man, imagine seeing him in NXT. I think that'd have been way better. Yeah, there's a lot of those out there, man. Hopefully people see through it. Yeet. Wait a minute, is that a belt around Mortos' waist that I'm not catching? Yeah, man, that it sounds bad. That Max sounds bad. I'm glad I don't have that. That's kind of a tough one. Should we count that one, chat? Should we count the count Mordos's belt? No, we're not counting it. No, never mind. So I got a better look at it. No, we're not counting it. Part of his gear, part of his, yeah.
Barely giving people any time to do so. Yeah, you know, the thing is, probably swallow it.
Yeah, it kind of does look like it does.
Despite the size disparity,
Oh, dude, I've liked his work since we saw him in when he was in TNA's part of Decay. My bad. All right, well, we're doing picture-in-picture commercial break. I'm going to take a quick piss break. Be right back. Yeet. Yeet. Dude, yeah, he kind of does look like Rick Martel. Slightly longer hair, too. Oh, they do? Nice. Good shit. All right, gang, Smoky Toke time. Let's get it. Whoop, whoop. Oh, that felt nice. We might have a boot and rally. I'm not sure yet. We'll see how my stomach and my esophagus feel after that. Yeah, I wish I could pop in for those, but unfortunately I'm at work during that time. Nah, I think we're gonna do the regular start time for us. Since I'll also be, at work during that time.
Looks like Speedball's going to take flight. See if they're standing up here. Arrange that crescent kick, but not out of that pump kick from Bailey. Speedball. Speedball was going to hit the ropes, and then he saw where Beach Mortos was on the apron of the ring, so the pump kick and top. That's exactly what Speedball did. Remember the second tournament matches later on tonight?
Yeah, this has been like a nothing burger show. How about a 6-paper joint, pal? Okay, so they are actually airing live on Netflix. Okay. Yeah, we'll be doing replays later on that night. I'm gonna be gone for that. Yeet.
Something. He went there and shut him down. Now what? What can he do from here? Speedball kind of has the offensive advantage. It looks like he was trying maybe going for a superplex. Not sure, but now he's takes a turn. This thing's going to power and stop. You see tremendous amount of pressure. Mike Bailey. Now back. Oh, sorry. Line him up here. Or does it let Larry Bailey over up there? First number one.
Damn, pal. That's a lot of dabs in a short period of time. Whoop, whoop.
Knocked him out.
Nice, pal. Also, he didn't bust that ultimate weapon. He used the spinning crescent kick. Yeah, this has been a show. I don't either, man. It's basically a Mark billionaire living out his fantasy. Is what this is. The only problem is that he's using real people as his action figures.
You could just elaborate on. You could just take a hint. I realize you're blonde and not very smart, that I do not want you here. Get the hell out of my sight. Let me make it perfectly clear. I'm still the reigning, undisputed next AEW World Champion, and I demand my contract.
I thought I ordered an 8-ball. No, you ordered Speedball. Damn it!
It's unbelievable. When I did that contract and I signed it, I specifically said it's for a one-on-one championship match against Cole. He turned it into a three-way match without me knowing. So I was not expecting Jon Moxley to grab me in an illegal chokehold. But be that as it may.
I'm not aware of these comments from Kingston.
I was simply
Yeah, they're gonna get destroyed. Yeah, that's gonna be oof, big time oof once March Madness hits.
back working the midnight shift at Waffle House. Who are you? What I decide to do.
Yeah, man, these days who knows? But yeah, I could totally understand why. If Kingston is being real, I could completely understand why.
Let me ask you another question. You don't think I'm good enough then? Is that what it is? I'm going to be the AEW on this earth. So I suggest that you shut your mouth and keep running. Next time we have this conversation, we'll be the last.
Ooh. Yeah, it would be a decent lead in, but it would be very much like, you know, the ski slope they talk about on Keeping It 100.
I'm getting outside of this locker room for the last 10 minutes. We've been trying to get a word in with him after his devastating loss to Hangman Adam Page. So let's just try to get a word with him.
All right, I kind of liked that. Like they kind of caught him in. He was in a caught MJF when he's in the middle of a moment of self doubt, where he's so like disgusted with himself, he punches the mirror, and then he snaps and he realizes he's being watched, in what he believed was supposed to be a private moment. At least, again, that's what my autistic, you know, analytical mind picked up out of that. And some more confession time. I got no problem admitting on air I'm autistic as fuck. But I'm sure that wasn't all that hard to figure out. Yeah, the ball got dropped big time on that. Like, yeah, AEW did not do right by MJF.
All you stupid schmucks watching at home know it. All you dumb, ignorant losers in this podunk town knows it.
And in a weird way, it's kind of like a superpower if you figure out how to use it correctly.
But your cowardly cowboy decided to cheap shot me just like you did back in 2019 and get a flukery. Congrats.
Pretty much, yeah.
But I'll tell you this. I'll tell
Like, there's only a few like outliers that succeed in spite of AEW, such as, you know, Swerve, Tony Storm, Hurt Syndicate.
I'm not upset anymore. I thought long and hard about it. And the fact of the matter is, hey man, I am 10 times smarter than you and all your stupid, ignorant fans ever will be. I'm 10 steps of each and every single one of you. I will get mine. So these words, this thing between me and you, it ain't over, boy.
Yep, Harley Cameron's another one. A lot of talking on the show, but you know what? I if they're going where I think they might be going with this, I could be with this. I like where this might end up going. Yeah, I kind of got to go with Lab Rat. I don't listen to or watch him, so I can't really comment on it.
Listen, obviously, I've been doing magnificently well, but I came out here to talk to you. I got a few things I want to tell you. Look. You understand, right? 18-year-old kid, that was 8 years ago now? They don't know about that. Can I tell you guys about my history?
Dude, MVP's so damn good.
For the low, low price of being able to sit next to me and ask questions about wrestling business. That he was asking questions. It was the questions that he asked kid to be reckoned with. And then I would see him around. What was it? An indie company in South Florida where we got to meet again. And on such a small stage, I thought you had, what do you guys say nowadays? Huge aura. We're going to be a star. That's why I'm so eager to work with you. I'm so happy to share my knowledge with you because you had a certain intuition into marriage that you can't teach.
Yeah, agreed. Tony's not going to say shit to MVP. And MVP is a guy you can trust to call his own shots. He's going to do the right thing and do good business. And he's going to excel at it in everything he does.
What I'm not proud of, and what I know you can possibly be proud of, what happened to you on Sunday. What are you doing? Why are you out here talking to these people? I mean, someone say why to these people about what happened to you on Sunday. People, punch the people in the face. How come you're not hurting me? See, I know the answer to that question. The answer is that you have lost your edge. Look, I don't expect you anymore. They fear the hurt syndicate. And that, my friend, is what you were missing.
That's awesome, man.
See, I was able to help you once a long time ago, and perhaps I might be able to help you.
Yeah, he's like, if thinking about it, he's definitely somebody like in my top 5 in the wrestling business I'd want to meet and have a conversation with.
Everybody understands that where MVP and the hurt syndicate go, championships go. But this card is not just a business card, it's a golden ticket. It's an opportunity to change your. So maybe young Maxwell Jacob Friedman, it's time for you and I to talk some business.
All right, I actually like this.
With all due respect, as you know, it is a very short list of people that act in this sport, and you're one of them. However, I'm right on bushy-tailed kid I was all those years ago. With all due respect, I need your help, and I damn sure don't need your advice.
Dude, I remember that feud. That was a good feud.
I was the world champion for 406 consecutive days. Focus on the word was.
All right, I like how this went. I like how they ended it. And I like how the announcers pointed out how MVP never makes that offer twice. No, that's actually kind of interesting. That's kind of an interesting thing. Like I'm curious to see where that goes. I like this. Good stuff, pal. Lab rat getting blazed, pal. Whoop, whoop. I like that. Good stuff, pal. Indeed, man. Whoop, whoop. So tasty. I mix it with the New Amsterdam tangerine. Oh, man. Hmm. It definitely, Todd. Well, glad to have you back. Whoop, whoop. Hope you had a nice rest, pal.
You are looking like the best wrestler alive. Live and alive. Amazing. This. And they stole the match to me. And the match has the most popular segment on.
Hmm. Give me Takashita, pal. Whoop, whoop.
I freaking kill you. What are we doing? You must be here to invite me into the Don Callis family, right? That's interesting. Imagine what the Don Callis family can do for the best wrestler alive. Maybe I could main event the Tokyo Dome. Recording contracts. Stop.
We are still, I think we're still at 4. Let's see, international, tag, and women's world.
By Kenny Omega this past Sunday at Revolution, but big mistake by Valkyrie. Big mistake. To catch the one.
You know, I'm liking this gimmick they're doing with Max Caster where he runs his mouth, talks a bunch of shit, and gets his ass beaten like less than a minute. Yeah, it's going to jump real quick as soon as she appears on screen. If she appears on screen. The greatest wrestler alive, pal. Five belts. Indeed, he does, pal. Yeah, she does seem like really super chill and cool. I can see some Wile E. Coyote. For sure, I can definitely see a little bit in there. Except instead of an anvil falling on his head, he just gets his ass beaten, pinned within a minute.
Presence felt at the world champion timeless Tony Storm, but before he gets to the ropes, Willow takes her down.
That's pretty cool, Ab.
A long way since then. TBS champion in her own right, swinging a miss though. By Will Knight, attempted by Penelope Willow versus the two. Oh, the slam. Big stress and power by Willow. Good quickness right there. Crossbody cover. Penelope able to kick out.
Yeet. Time for some of these steak and shake chicken tenders, pal. Yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, I can just throw in those temper tantrums. Yeah, the only thing that can stop Max Caster is Acme, pal.
Shots. Elbow strike of her own. So Penelope, though, feeling the effects of the body shots from Willow. Will return to the relative safety of the ring. The submission specialist. Winner will join Mike Bailey in the four-way coming up in a couple of weeks. 1 week from tonight. 1 week from tonight. You're exactly right. Speaking of 1 week tonight, Coke versus Fox Street Fight. Championship.
Yeah, give me temper tantrum Jones, pal. Yeah, JR is a huge part of getting that over too. Like he would sell it so well in commentary. And here's Christian throwing another temper tantrum because he couldn't win, and instead of sucking up and owning responsibility for himself, he instead just throws a fit and blames everybody else except himself. Hey, what's up, Scott Woodford? Good to see you, pal. And yeah, unfortunately, no moose sightings yet. Although I don't think we'll see one on Dynamite. We can only hope, pal. How you doing, man? Hope you're having a great hump day. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, when AEW and TNA partnered up, all that was bury TNA. It was so bad. Okay, now I'm gonna look something up real quick.
Looking for that fade with the power bomb, that big doctor bomb she likes to use to finish off her opponents. But Penelope, scouting Penelope finds her feet, overhooks, but from behind by Penelope Ford. Tough to do kind of a version of a backslide like that. Very hard to do that. That's why she got countered. Willow's got control. Willow almost like a Corey special here. Absolutely. With Penelope Ford all locked up. Oh, God. She's literally getting stretched right now. Willow to escape, just a desperation escape. Penelope Ford. Penelope, she had to get out of that. Absolutely. A modified Tommy using the ropes. Yeah, but fully. That's very dangerous for Will Nightingale.
Yeah, that was good. Like Christian knew he was fucked, and he instead of getting out of the way, he throws a temper tantrum.
Willow is in trouble. Yeah, I mean, she was just laying on the mat that time. Couldn't get up on her own power. Penelope, she might have been licking her forehead, which is odd, but Penelope does some wacky stuff.
Hey, what's up, G-Ball? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, that was a really good episode of NXT, and Moose looked good in defeat. How you doing, pal? Good to see you. Hope everything's well. Yeet.
Great job by Penelope.
Yeah, that whole thing was a huge dropped ball. Hey, what's up, Radio McRadio Face? Good to see you, pal. Always a pleasure to see you, man. Hope you're having a good day. How you doing, man? Whoop, whoop. Willow going over as she should. Yeet. Dude, she's looking good in that, pal. Oh, yeah, because there's that history between Statlander and Nightingale where it's like, all right, at least they didn't like completely ignore that.
Not one, but two former TS champions. Goes Statlander making tonight in a very short amount of time. Wrestler for sure.
Yeah, definitely need some more reps and seasoning.
Of TS champions, I understand. We're gonna head to the back over name again. Not TS champions.
Oh, that sucks, man. Nine belts. All right, take care, Todd. Always a pleasure hanging with you, man. Have a good night. The Comment King's out. Whoop, whoop. Take care. Yeet.
Ladies, thank you for reaching out physicality during this interview. We saw you during Revolution. You were watching Mercedes and Momo, clearly taking some notes. What's something that you learned? Not to get kicked in the throat. sorry, my bad. But on a serious note, you've accomplished a lot being here, covered in golds. But I've accomplished a lot here too. I was the first inaugural ROH. Aren't that quite different? We started very young. Wrestling is our everything. This is our life. And you're the one that says money changes everything, right? Well, I've been looking for a change. Next week, I'm looking to change into a champion.
Wow, this is so bad.
What, Billy? You are way out of your league. But I appreciate that you are a student of the game. But next week, I am going to prove to you that there is a price to pay when you mess with Mercedes Money.
All right, these Sharks.
So bad. Give me Tony Jabroni, pal. Hey, Tony Jabroni. You're messing with the juice. Yeet. Yeet.
Mate, honestly, look, I've got about 4 stitches here. This bit here, Ben, it's glued together. I've no idea how I got this. I think I got stacked. But other than that, I made the cage match that we saw on Saturday at Revolution. It's amazing that you are still from what we saw from up top on the cage.
Sorry about that. Yeet.
one day, Kyle Fletcher will be a world. But I won't lie to you guys. I can figure judging, but listen.
Yo, what's up, Gam? Good to see you, pal. Sicko Nation, we here in the house. We do it for the sickos because I'm a sicko, and that's what I am, and that's who I care about. Yeet. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Woo woo.
I then realised we're on Amazon Prime. So, well, and I realised it was bad when I was standing up there, looking down at everyone, and I saw camera phone, and there was this guy in the green guy. So then I go back, I look at my phone, 15 missed calls from the missus. So at that moment, we're in trouble. So I call her back, boom, like pulling the pin out of an hand grenade, hoping for the best. To me, she's going, oh babe, thank God you're all right. Well done, I love you so much. Well done. I thought, babe, thank you. I'm emotionally spent. I can't tell you what's going on. She went,
Right, this is actually a pretty good promo. Like, this is a good character development promo for Will. He needs to do more shit like this.
what is next for Will Ospreay? Oh, that's a very good point. What is next? Well, I said after that cage match, I said I want to be the guy. And to be the guy, there should be something around my waist, right? But there's an issue. There's an issue. Next week, Coach got his world title match. Then a Dynasty, Swerve's got his world title match. So it leaves me to ask, when do I call my shot? Makes me wonder, when does it matter most?
Dude, that's the thing that's always kind of blown my mind about Ospreay, is that the dude's charismatic as fuck. He can cut a promo. He's got a great character and gimmick. Don't need to fucking kill yourself in the ring, bruv.
I don't know one way I can get there by entering the Owen Hart tournament. I plan on going for every single person.
You know what? That's not a bad bad timing, bad place to do it. It's just, all right, how bad is it going to be on the way there?
Well, my king, it's warning.
Yeah, another tournament, man. Another tournament. Like, yeah.
Once you be the world champion, the world champion, it's my name. It's Will Ospreay, and I am on another.
All about those tournaments, pal. All about those tournaments. Yeet.
Joining me now, Jay
One spray. Spray. Look, Willie, you really are.
I would agree with that, Gruss.
It's great to see you. Great to hear from you, Will. Who knows, maybe
Because at least when it comes to Osprey and Darby Allin, at least you can trust, Will Osprey and I do shit outside the ring that might get him killed while he's champion.
here you are just a couple of nights later after going to war in the cage and you are begging for more. Calling your shot saying
I did not hear about that, Gam. That's interesting.
world champion all in, I will.
I mean, that's not a far stretch. Not a far stretch, Gruss. New Japan America.
Sorry, Renee, did you have a question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up Revolution. Let's talk you out of.
Oh, the Russo Bros. Absolutely the Russo Bros.
You asking or
Not even close.
after what happened at Revolution, everybody wants to know. Whose house looks smooth. And well did, but the rep say he's and I will be dead if I let anybody else take my right. Well, champion. Thank you.
Now go get him and go fuck yourself.
Plenty more to come here on Dynamite as we head into our main event. Just versus Orange Cassidy.
Seriously, that's our main event. Hechicero and Orange Cassidy? Really? Really? Are you kidding me? Read my mind, Gruss. Like, who gives a shit about these two for a main event? One thing I do give a shit about is that Smoky Time might lead to a boot and rally. AEW LOL, in fact, indeed. Yes, this is indeed NyQuil. Wednesday night NyQuil, where the big boys play with each other. They're scratching and clawing. Bottle of Geritol on a pole match. Yeah, I know. Why does anybody want to see the show? Why are we losing viewers? Why is nobody buying tickets? Oh, dude, how could you miss out on this awesome Ichiro versus Orange Cassidy main event, pal? International title eliminator. They got stakes on it, kinda. Oh, man, I remember I don't remember the Let's Make a Deal one, but I do remember the Price is Right one. Yeah, forgive me. I might miss the mark, so I apologize in advance. me. Boom, 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 boom.
Went over to the revolution. If you're a man around here that seems
When you do something like that, you have to mean it. You know what else I don't believe you about? Someday you let the masses look in you. I was right.
For real.
You thought I was bluffing about letting you on fire. Honestly, good. Good. First of all, I'm going to take a little step back because you smell like rotten ass. And second of all, what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to make sure to call your bluff a little bit here. Okay? I don't think now in your story. See, right now you feel all high and mighty. You beat MJF. Congratulations. Someone who is a far superior than you. Full victory for 1-1. Good stuff. But here's what happens next. Now I go on to become a multiple time finish. I go on to become a first ballot Hall of Famer. I go on to go down as one of the greatest of all time. You know what you're going to do, man? You're going to strike and claw your way all the way up to the top of the mountain, and just as you're about to reach the pinnacle, burn all the way. Wow. Someday.
Yeet.
It's funny when your mask slipped off. You know what I notice? I notice that your biggest insecurity is the fact that you don't think you deserve their love. And guess what, Hanger? You're right. Because these people are going to get sick and tired waiting for you to win. Because you're never going to make them proud. But you know what? Again, and he laughed.
I agree. And then you could have the whole thing of while they're fighting, Hangman gets the upper hand. Then all of a sudden, here comes the Hurt Syndicate to help MJF. You further that business.
Something tells me Hangman Adam Page and
Yeah, you can't fear for your life here, pal. Can't fear for your life.
absolutely, Jim. It's great to be working with you again. You know what? We heard MJ coming from a first ballot Hall of Famer. Am I right? It's a real first ballot Hall of Famer right here. We've got what a confrontation here. Think about this match, ladies and gentlemen. As you should be. With the winner of that match, moving on to face Kenny Omega at Dynasty for the AEW International Championship. Alphabet of the ring. Joining Streetball Mike Bailey next Wednesday night. Alchemist of the ring. Did you hear that? I like it. He's an alchemist. And my God, it's different. He was very impressive in his debut. No doubt. Streetball. Long as it takes, and well, fans in America may not be completely familiar with Hechicero. He is a mainstay in the main event scene of CMLL. He is somebody that is a submission magician. And think back, Taz, George Cassidy's match with Zack Sabre Jr. Zack, also a submission magician, pretty much shut Orange Cassidy down. Can Hechicero do the same thing tonight? It could be. I mean, size should have had some submission back. Yeah, won 4 of his 5 AEW matches. Not that long ago. Correct, he took 4 of 6 in his only 2 losses. Brian Danielson. So that's not. Mark Davis.
Outside of the marks, nobody cares, man. That's the problem. That's a big problem. Well, to be fair, AEW has not done enough to build these characters up to make you care about them. They assume you're already a fan of them. That's why you're tuning in to watch. That's the problem. They do nothing to build and establish these characters.
For all the things that Hechicero can do. Unexpected. Jim, the winner of this, the 4-way match we're going to have next week will get a chance to go against Kenny Omega. That's a great comeback story. You know all about diverticulitis. To come back from that. Absolutely. 13 inches of my intestines removed. It's not a day at the park. How do you heal? How quickly can you heal? It's a very, very difficult task.
Absolutely. The way they've been booked, the way Tony's booked them, horrible. He even admitted he assumes people watching know who they are and follow them, follow their careers on the internet and through YouTube and watch their matches and all that, while doing nothing on TV to build and establish these luchadors and establish their characters.
So focusing on the right arm makes a lot of common sense.
But that's the problem with Tony's booking. That's the problem with Tony's booking. He has done absolutely nothing to get Hechicero over and establish his character on AEW programming. He assumes everybody's watched his stuff, in Mexico, overseas. So therefore, Tony doesn't do anything to try to let you know who these guys are and why you should care about them. Dude, that would not surprise me if Tony ended up being hologram. Exactly, Tony the Mark.
That's an amazing accomplishment. I don't know where you are, who you're competing with. It's an champion, get international championship history, a record, JR, that I don't think we'll soon be doing. Look, you're right.
Yeah, like it's not a dig at Hichiro or the Luchadors or any of your international talents brought in, but it's like Tony Khan expects everybody to know who these characters are, to have seen their work that over years, and know who they are. And it's like, dude, no, we don't. Like, you have to establish who these guys are, introduce us to their characters, build them, and make us care about them. A lot of us have never seen any of that. Their Mexico or overseas or Japan stuff. Oh, very big. I do remember they tried to do something with that, but it quickly bombed, and they just kind of like, all right, we're pull the plug, we're done. Yeet. Sorry about that. My apologies. But yeah, I go back to it. Yeah, like they do little to nothing to get their own guys over. And Tony Khan's flat out said, like, I kind of expect the fans to look up these guys on YouTube or Google them and learn their history online. And it's like, wait a minute, you're expecting us to do work to watch your TV shows so we can know these characters? Nah, dude. That's your job to establish them on your show. All right, I got delivery coming. I thought it was going to come a lot later. It's actually coming a lot sooner. So I got to bump out of here in a couple of minutes. Plus, I was expecting this main event to end way sooner. Oh, shit, right down the street. I'll be right back, guys. One sec. Sorry. Whoop, whoop. Sorry about that. I thought it was going to come a lot later than expected. Yeah, we got an overrun, pal. And thank fuck it's over. Yeah, I know. Big time surprise. Orange Cassidy wins, pal. Yeet. All righty, guys. That's going to do it for the Dynamite watch along and belt count. I think our official total tonight was 9. Agreed, Gam. No yeet for the show, but yeet to surviving. Whoop, whoop. Good shit, pal. So let's see what we got for the rest of the week. Tomorrow, we got TNA Impact watch along. Friday Locker Room. And instead of SmackDown on Friday night, we're going to be doing a live watch along of TNA Sacrifice. Then, of course, Saturday, it's a Smack Attack. And then Saturday night, we're doing a replay watch along of SmackDown. And then Sunday, it's The Wreckage. And then we'll be doing HMG After Dark, the remainder of season 4 of Trailer Park Boys. Indeed, this is definitely a six paper joint show, pal. Get me, Ricky. Whoop, whoop. Three out of 10. Then, of course, Monday Locker Room, Raw Watch Along, and Impact Attack. But as far as tonight goes, we'll be back in about 20 minutes. Live on Twitch, twitch.tv/LG Brandon, whoop, whoop. We're going to be continuing with Chrono Trigger, picking up where we left off last night. So take a break, get something to eat, go to the bathroom, take a smoke, whatever it is you need to do, and we'll keep the party going. Twitch.tv/LG Brandon. We'll hope to catch you there, pal. If not, have a great rest of your night. Hope to see you on one of the other shows. Much love, pal. Yeet.